Hello friends, this is the MC and this is my quick review of the Delonghi EC685, and yeah, I've been using this for about a year now. I got it for Christmas in December 2018 and it's been used very regularly and is still going strong, so I'm quite happy, just saying that from the outset. So let's take a look at the instructions which we've got here, and I'll just run through a few of the quick little features and the things about this coffee machine. We've got, so I'll just point out a few of the things. We've got a nice big water tank on the back. We've got the cup warmer on the top. We have the on-off switch, which is, it's the one at the bottom here, the on-off switch. We have the cup tray, the drip tray, and we've got the steam dial here, the steam wand, and yeah, that's about it for the parts of the machine. The drip tray is removable, so you can put a bigger cup under there. This is also removable, little drip tray there. And then the drip tray itself comes out and it's got an indicator there in case you overfill it, but I've had no issues with this machine for dripping like other machines I've had. This always ends up scratched. There's no way of stopping that from getting scratched, but as I say, that's after about a year's worth of use. So as I say, I'm really happy with this machine. I've just switched it on because I'll just demonstrate making a quick coffee in there. So what I'll do, the things we've got with this are the single double espresso. You also get a measuring spoon and not a very good tamper, but you don't really need a tamper that much with this machine. This one is the EC coffee bags, which I have never seen in the shops in the UK anywhere, so that has never been used, but you could probably just use it as a single espresso basket. But where these ones come apart for easy cleaning, this one doesn't. That's fixed inside there, so like the old style, they're quite hard to clean. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll demonstrate making a quick cup, quick espresso. When I had my other machine, I used to just let the machine run and fill the cup up, and that probably slowed down the or sort of broke the machine, I would say, after so long. Where this one, because I'm only making espressos, this has been a lot more reliable with no sort of parts needing changing, which with other Delonghis I've had to do in the past. So there, I've just measured out one sort of level spoon, and the trick with this machine, or most Delonghi machines with the pressurized portafilters, is to not over tamp, just level it off and don't overfill the basket. You'd be tempted to fill it to the top there to get a little bit of a stronger coffee, but my advice is don't be tempted to do that because it will block the machine. So there we go. This is the single espresso basket, and that there just clicks into place. I always like to fill it before I put it in and then slot it on the top there, so that will fit underneath. There we go. Pull it round and put the cup underneath, and I will press for a double espresso. That's what I normally use anyway, so let's give it a try and see how it goes. So it fills the to the basket, and then it stops and then it starts coming out. So there we go, there is the espresso, the milk frother. It's got two settings on there where you move this up and down and it produces hot milk or cappuccino style milk. It's not really, I wouldn't say you could produce latte art with this machine. I've probably, out of 100 uses, I've got latte art sort of standard milk once out of 100, so that's how hard it is. It's really inconsistent as well. Sometimes you might get a decent like sort of micro foam, and sometimes it's just really frothy. So there we go, the machine has stopped, and as you see, no drips after it stopped, the odd one. And there we go, there's our espresso. Really, it's not a pro sort of coffee maker, but it's a really good standard for home producing. So that is it. Oh, and one other thing that I did get with this machine is the descaler, which I haven't got round to using because the water is soft in this area, so it's not really usually a problem for me. Now that I've showed you how to make a drink, I should have showed you before, it is actually programmable, and it does have programmable settings. So you can set the water temperature, and you can also set the water hardness, so that it'll tell you more often to descale the machine. And with the settings of the coffee temperature, that's a pretty simple process to go through. But the problem is that I find is that every time you unplug the machine, it sort of resets the values of the settings. So after a while I stopped adjusting the settings. So there we go, there's a quick look at the other options in the, and there's the, every time I've made a cappuccino, I've made sort of 2 cups, and then I've gone to use the milk frother and the machine has overheated. Now you can cool the machine down, and I'll just show you now. It says open the steam dial to deliver hot water and cool the boiler. Hot water delivery is interrupted automatically when the boiler is cool. When the pump stops operating and no more water is delivered, close the steam dial. Now I've had real problems with this, and I've literally had to sort of make me espressos, switch the machine off, and then leave it for sort of 5 minutes to cool down, because I've tried to do this and it just doesn't seem to work. I must be doing something wrong along there. And also making a cappuccino, the jug I use for my milk is this one, which I received from Barista Space. Really excellent jug. And yeah, you put it under, and everyone says wait until the jug gets hot, and then that's the right time to stop. Now I do that every time, and then when I pour me milk into my espresso, I end up with a really weak, a really sort of tepid cappuccino. So that's another reason that you might want to set the water temperature higher in the settings. But as I say, be aware that once you switch it off at the plug, it will reset all those values. So my thoughts on this machine after nearly a year's use is it's an excellent cheap home espresso machine. It's really reliable too, with no issues at all, being used multiple times daily. The only slight issues being of my own making, either overfilling or over tamping the baskets, or letting the water run dry in the tank at the back. So maybe it could do with a sort of indicator to let you know when the water's getting low, because it quite often ends up running dry with me. As I mentioned before, the temperature when making a cappuccino has been an issue, so that's a bit of a downside, along with the overheating when using the steamer. And the cup warmer it's a nice idea, but it's a bit pointless really, and never gets used, because when you switch the machine on, that's when it sets off the cup warmer, but you're switching it on to make a drink, so you know it's not going to heat your cups in time. I've had water dripping or leaking issues with Delonghis in the past, but this has had no problems in that regard. So the drip tray doesn't need emptying that often, except for the times I make an espresso and forget to put a cup underneath, which I've done once or twice, which is an absolute nightmare. And the added feature of removing the drip tray for a bigger cup is a really good feature for people at home, because I've gone out and bought cups and they don't fit underneath when you're using this part, so you have to take that part off. So overall, I'm really happy with this machine. Yes, it's not a pro machine, but who wants to spend sort of 300, 400, 500 plus on something that might only get used once or twice daily or weekly in some cases? So yeah, after a year's use, I am really happy still with this machine, and I'd recommend anyone to give this a try. It's probably well under £100 now. It was around that price when I got it last year. So as I say, I'd really like to hear from anyone who has purchased this machine, or let me know what you think of Delonghi machines in general. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more coffee reviews in the future, subscribe to my channel. That was my quick review. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.